Okay, Usha, we have to start. The live studio is gone.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to David Nair on air, all the way from Brisbane, Australia. Thank you so much for attending this particular telecast. I sincerely wish all of you a pleasant 30 to 40 minutes talk on this topic with Usha. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see if my third partner is on the screen. We've had some technical issues again, unfortunately. Let me give her a few minutes while she's coming online. Let me kickstart the whole session. Welcome to the air of David Nair. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Brisbane, Australia, down under. Welcome the guests from the various parts of the globe: India, Australia, South Africa, UAE, US, Canada, UK, Europe, Malaysia, and Singapore. I am totally thrilled to have this wide span of reach with people from all walks of life, and I welcome each of you to the platform. Ladies and gentlemen, as we go through this discussion, if there is any questions that are not answered, please do not hesitate to send us an email at support@davidnair.net. I repeat that again, support@davidnair.net. To the newbies, who is this guy called David Nair? A peak performance coach, mentor to corporate India, keynote speaker, and an author. Ladies and gentlemen, I run this session weekly for various sectors of the community and various industries. The key element here is to pass forward, or I should say, play it forward, this legacy of helping people develop and at the same time stretch their potential. I work quite closely with people from all professions, which are lawyers, doctors, accountants, CPAs, CEOs, and I found each of them are always trying to reach out for this one word called hope. And I treat hope as an acronym: help other people evolve. And that's why we run these sessions, to help others come up in life and at the same time do some good for the community. Who are some of the people we have touched base with? They range from triathletes, Olympic champions, players of hockey for their country, business entrepreneurs, guys who have made millions of dollars, guys who have gone broke, bust, and come back up again. All forms of people from all walks of life with every skill that one needs to look for. That's available from this platform in our discourse. Most of it is in YouTube following the session, and I welcome each of you to have a look at those sessions over there. Before I go any further, let me introduce you to this lady called Usha. Usha is from the Customs Authority. She's worked with them for a period of time, and today she's retired and runs her own mastermind. And let me get her to tell her part of the story rather than I share it. Usha, welcome aboard to 10 News, and I welcome you to share your part of the story, and let's journey from there. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much to invite me into this platform, David. I'm truly honored. And if you want to know my story, I've been a customs officer for 38 years, and I was looking for a purpose in my life, and I just have found my purpose. My purpose. It's a long story, but I would definitely love to share that with you in the flow of the conversation.
Good, good. So for now, can you give me a brief of what you are doing? Why did you join MRM, Mental Resilience Mastery? And how did Grail impact you?
Yes, I have been wanting to become an entrepreneur basically, but I did not have any confidence. But at the same time, I found that people have lot of potential, and I have been in that space too. I have a lot of potential, but I found that it goes up and down. There is no consistency. I found this mental resilience mastermind and its tools. There was such a breakthrough for me when I was told about the tools they taught in the mastermind, and it became very easy for me. It became a practice for me. So every day I look for the day. It is like that when I get up in the morning, and so many things are taught. I'm truly happy to be in this mastermind.
Thank you. Thank you. Um, how did you get to know about mental resilience mastery, if I may ask you?
I would owe my gratitude to Prabhunath, and he invited me to this mastermind, and I'm eternally grateful to him. Here, after I came here, I got to know so many things, so many dimensions to life. I've been looking at one thing alone, and I failed to look at other possibilities. Everything opened for me in this mastermind.
Good, good. Shanika, are you on the platform without a video? No, we still have a technical issue there. Not to worry. Let me move on. Usha, once you
Yeah.
got involved with the mastermind, what were some of the practices that allowed you to look at what you're doing, why you're doing, how you're doing? Can you share some of the tools without going into explaining how it is done, but just the titles of the tools and what outcomes you got from it?
After joining my mastermind, certain practice, the thought, the concept, the four quadrants which was taught in the mastermind, I had never thought of that, because I was only looking at what I am doing. Why am I not getting the results that I get? Why am I not being consistent? When four quadrants were explained to me, it became so easy. I found that my purpose is connected to all those four quadrants which were spoken about.
Excellent, excellent. Now, when you mentioned the four quadrants, what in it triggered you to start working and developing your purpose?
About my purpose, when four quadrants were spoken about, it taught me that there has got to be a balance in life, like family and your me time and your career and spirituality. When everything is given importance, it becomes easy for you to connect and get back to your own self. When you focus on one thing, other things take back space. So I found that every day when you attend to each and every quadrant, it becomes easy. You don't get overwhelmed with one particular quadrant.
Very good, very good. The journey opened up for you to start looking at a chapter for our well-known book called Grail. How did you get involved in that, and what did you do?
when when there was this talk about writing a book, a chapter, a journey towards your purpose, it really excited me. All these years I have been in a space where I was dying to tell people that family connection is so important. The well-being, the mental well-being is so important. When this platform came, it really opened doors for me. What I've been wanting to do in my life, this gave me a platform to write about my journey towards the purpose.
What's the highlight of that? What did you investigate within yourself to open your book and become the lotus that you are today?
Yes, I have been going through lots of um, down. I mean, I was not confident even enough to even talk to people. I would be very scared to even ask anybody. This platform gave me that support. It taught me that you can ask people. Family is a mastermind in itself, where you can encourage family members to ask. And this is a mastermind where people don't judge. So this mastermind community also is the same family for me, where they don't judge, they support me. So when I found that this is it I've been wanting to do, when I start implementing this towards my family becomes strong, right? It becomes a great mastermind for the next generation.
Very good, very good. What are some of the quality traits that you found in journeying through from A to B in the course of this, I'd say 6 months, 8 months? You've been able to open up certain elements. Just identify two qualities that you think that stood out for you to then pursue your purpose.
The first quality is I was keeping everything to myself. I was in a space where I used to think that people will judge me, people will think I'm not good enough. But now I feel so confident in talking to people. I can go to any person and talk anything. I can ask any person. That was thing which really opened me. And also I understood that people come from different space. So I need not be judgmental about them. And also it opened the possibility that I can bring them to get their potential out by not being judgmental, and also opening up to them.
Right, right. Now, when you went through and got your purpose and you wrote the chapter, on reflection, you've gone back and now looked at the journey that's happened before and how things were not working. Can you just share one incident where you were able to reduce that gap from where
Hello,
you
Arya.
were to what you're doing currently?
Yes, actually, I this is a story of a girl. But I was also in the same space. This girl was judged. She withdrew in herself. She was not asking her family. There was that impotent anger in her, to prove to herself that she is somebody. So I was also in that space. That anger is a very, very dangerous thing, and also it was affecting her health. So I found that when people when I help, if I can help people to come out of that, when they come out of that, they will be able to fulfill their potential. When Then I started working out on myself. I told myself that I have to take charge of my life. I have a choice to make it or break it. So I exercised that option on me. Then I started taking charge of my life, and then the possibilities open when I took that decision. And this mastermind also helped me to understand that you don't have to be always in that wallowing position, in that victim mode. You can really open up. There are lots of people like you, but it is okay to be vulnerable, and it is not okay to be in that same space.
Good, very good. Um, Let me just ask, is Shanika, are you in a place to talk currently, or are you still struggling with the text?
No, David, I can talk, and thank you so much for inviting here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We should have gone through all this testing mode prior to this live telecast. I'm so disappointed in that, but I got to work with it.
Uh,
Shanika, let me just very quickly deep dive into the situation with you. Can you please share your part of the journey with MRM?
yeah. So, David, when I joined MRM, actually, it was a totally boost for my career because I was into my career already. But the problem with me was I was not even opening up myself with everyone. Like even whatever the things comes to me, I was not able to say no to them. I was totally into that me zone, and that was the major problem happening with me. But after joining this, actually I started considering myself. My self talks were very different, at a very different level, and I started to actually contributing to each and every part. but with my sense of thing, like whether giving that importance to the self, and that was the big difference into it. So that happened to me after joining MRM.
Very good. Now, when you say giving importance to yourself, just share one aspect of that deep dive into it. What area did you look at, and how did you use the tools that we gave you to open up the lotus within
Initially,
yourself?
when I yeah. Yeah, so the special deep dive, I can say, the special point which happened to me was my fears, because though I was having those qualities, but certainly I was not actually implementing while doing my work. And while doing it, everybody was looking me into that victim zone, we can say, zone. But I totally come out of that because I started preferring myself, and that was the turn up. I started improving on my fears. I got to know, yes, if everybody can do it, then I can also do. And this community has given me that confidence to come out of that. And I started using nen, because nen was like no negativity and no excuses. So again, whenever that negative thinking, that negative thought comes to my mind, yes, Sanika, you cannot do this, then I started to boosting myself. Yes, you can do it. You can do it. So in a positive way, I started using Nen, and with that, I started using commitments. That okay, this is something. The deadline is, and I have to follow this deadline. So I started the deadlines. That means, so the first thing I can say is the faith and the commitments I started following, and with that, I did it with a discipline manner, and I totally was writing every day everything. So that was the change actually, David.
Fabulous, fabulous. Shanika, I am doing this altar with you primarily because you've come in late. I need you to share your part of your story, introduce yourself, and share your part of the story to the audience so they get a feel as to who you are.
Yeah. So good evening, everyone. So I'm a career counselor by profession, and as a life coach also, I'm working. I'm a certified life coach, and while doing my work in day-to-day life, actually I do help students to act. My purpose of life is to improve their inborn qualities, to actually make them understand about their inborn qualities and work on that qualities and make their life 10 times faster to reach their certain goals. So that is my aim, and especially I work with the students after 10 plus 2. That time there is a real need of the student to go ahead into their lives. So that is my passion, David.
Good, good. How did Grail help you in opening up yourself? Because you were asked to write a chapter in that book. And what
Yeah.
happened when you did that?
Initially, yes, as I said, I was completely into my fears, and I was not knowing actually. I was having such qualities into me, and basically, there was no realization of that particular thing. And when I asked to write that chapter into the Grail, so I was totally into a different zone, because somewhere I got that importance for myself, and that importance boosted me. And then I wrote in a such a way that I could write every story of my life, whatever happened in my life, what are my learnings into my life, and I wrote that chapter. And that point of time I realized that this is my true potential, and this is where I am, and already I'm doing it, but I'm not exploring it to the people. And Grail has given me that explore platform to to reach that level.
Fantastic. Now, your thirst for identity, you were looking for it. You went through and you wrote this chapter for Grail. So now your identity is there in
Mhm.
sync. Would you
Yes.
like to share what is your purpose and how it enforces your identity to the public out there?
By profession, I was a counselor. I am a counselor, but now I can say that yes, I can identify each and every inborn capabilities, and I can make them understand about their inner strengths, weaknesses, everything, with the examples, with the proper stories. I can align them, and I can make each and every child to go to their next level, and that is the difference I can say with the Greek.
Good, good. Um, Usha, your identity, when you got that crystallized, now you're working from a different zone. How much more effective are you when you say, I am doing the following things, I'm doing my four quadrants, but what is it that really fulfills your life on a day to day basis because of having a purpose?
Yes, David, because I now that I know the purpose, and now I know who I should be addressing to. That I'm very clear, because um, one thing we see nowadays is there are more of senior citizens. So, having said that, most of them are becoming very lonely and they are feeling very depressed because they are not able to communicate with their children, and they are feeling very lonely, and they fear that they are not able to express their emotion or thoughts. And my purpose is towards helping them, bridging the gap, and helping them to connect with their families. So I'm working on that. I'm creating communities where they learn how to create that bonding, and also create that plane where the both the generations are at par. The younger generation understands the older generation comes on par with the new trends. So I'm my purpose is bringing them to that level. And also I feel, because I have done that in my life, by God's grace, I have great relationship with my daughters-in-law and all. So I know how it feels. I feel so powerful and nice talking to my younger generation. So I would love people to experience that. So when the next generation sees these two communicating, it is really an eye opener, and also it will be easier for them to, when they support each other, then it will be easier for them to find their purpose.
Right, right. Now that you've got that and you've bridged the gap, from here on forward, how are you going to play this forward so others can have an influence and an impact?
Yes, yes. Now I'm going to have a, I'm in the process of doing a mastermind. It is called Reboot 45 Plus. This is for the people who are more than 45. There are a lot of people where I come across saying that I have earned money. Now I am in the top position, but I'm not happy with my family. They don't see my perspective. They don't connect to me. And also some people saying that my health is not good. Why the health is not good? Because you're stressed. Why you're stressed? Because you don't have a connect with your family. That is very, very important. So I would like to help those people, that age group where they go in progress into the senior citizen category. I want them to become empowered. I would definitely love to teach them the four importance of those four quadrants, which will definitely make them see the balance.
Hmm. We seem to have quite a lot of technical issues. I'm sorry, audience, for the sudden breakup with Usha. We do have Shanika. Let me just flip over to Shanika and look at getting the same sort of an information out of Shanika. When you finished your chapter and now you're in a position to start working
Mhm.
on driving that chapter, what are your plans, Shanika?
So, yeah, Usha is back, David. Should she continue?
No, you continue, please.
Yeah. So when I was when after completing my chapter, I totally realized the process because I myself have gone through all the process. So I have totally aligned my spirituality. I have totally aligned my family, my career, and all the four quadrants of my life. And now I can actually give that that passion or the waves, we can say the positive waves to the another person. So I'm totally ready for it now because I myself have realized that this is how it has to be transferred. So that proper process I have understood. And now I'm into that process. After that, I have founded my own mastermind, my own student guidance platform. So a student can come to me. I am guiding them freely to their to reach their 10x potential. So that platform is the career wings. And on that platform, I every week I call the students, those who are really into confusion of their careers, and they can identify their strengths and weaknesses. So basically I do a SWOT analysis with them, and then they can identify their own potential. So that's how I could able to transfer my wisdom to them, or my what we can say, my uh, understanding to them, and then they can move ahead into their life. So that's what my passion is, and that's how I reach towards it, because it was already set, but that boost has happened because of this Grail, and now the students can get that benefit on that platform.
Great, great. Coming back to you, Usha, as you were telling your story before you got disconnected, you want to continue with that, please?
Yes, David, that is what I was. I want to empower people who are 45 plus, who are moving towards that senior citizenship. They are neither teenagers nor middle aged people. So, this age is where either they focus totally on their career and their health, or family takes a backstage. I want to connect with these people to make them understand that life is everything about balance. If your family is good, your career is good. If your family is good, your health is good. When your health is good, you have lot of potential. You can see lot of possibilities in you, and your mental and physical health becomes extremely well. This is my mission to impact 1 million lives.
Excellent, excellent. Usha and Shanika, I'm summing both of your stories from a different perspective so the audience can get a feel for it. Audience, what you have here is individuals who come through and develop that purpose. Now, it is great to go out and start looking at massive incomes, which is nothing wrong with it. But contentment does not come just with money. And that's been proven time and time and time again. Contentment, in other words, getting or reaching the highest pinnacle of what Maslow calls Maslow's hierarchy of needs, self-actualization, that only comes when you have this happiness and inner fulfillment. Most don't realize that. And this is what our audience need to understand from these two speakers here today. That inner fulfillment happens only when you go through this process of self-reflection, self-awareness, and coming out with what we just described, the journey, so to speak. Once that is up there, you then are rocking and rolling, just like what the Dalai Lama says. Happiness and contentment only happens when you're able to search within. So some of the processes that we put in place was heavily anchored on those elements for development. And that's why the transformation and breakthroughs are happening so fast for these groups of people. And I salute both these ladies today for coming on stage and doing what they've done with their exposure. Though it's minimal in some of the areas of development, they still are there as a showcase of what has happened to them with only 4 to 5 months of practicing some of these practices that we call. Thank you so much, ladies. Now, let me move on to the next phase. The outcome that you have got, how has that turned around within your family so far, Shanika?
David, before family, I want to actually make underline to this point was my office status, because when you work with your colleagues, and when you really have that surrounding of corporate environment, and you're feeling very low at a time, though you have all the qualities, but you are not able to actually present that qualities in front of that colleagues, or maybe in front of your boss, and though you are a performer, because I was a performer into my office, but still people were actually looking me like a normal person. I mean, that specialization which they need to give me as an performer, that was not there, and I was totally was not looking to that performance from in their eyes basically. And when I come to this, and when I started showing myself, and I started asking for that view from their side, and that's where the game changed actually. In my office, I was really a shy a person, or a person who, if anybody tells something, and that immediately that girl will start crying, though she has a good thing, but still immediately she'll start crying, or maybe that girl will not say anything, just keep quiet, and just keep on helping and helping and helping others, but without any and always doing that compromises. But from this point of time, this was the output after joining to MRM, and this was basically the output. They started viewing me at a different angle, and they started viewing me, and I can realize that, I can sense that basically. And especially my center head, my surrounding people, they really are now praising me in such a way that I am a real performer. And that was the real change happened to my life. And yes, in my family also, the same thing was there. The same thing happened with my in-laws also. And they started realizing that yes, if Sanika is at this level, that means she's performing very good into her life. So that change I can see into my in-laws' eyes, and specifically, thank you for my husband to helping me in each and out step of my life, and he helped me to actually overcome all this with this. And then after joining MRM, this got a boost, I can say, and that was again a very good output with the family as well. And I am at a different level. Even today, so I shared this platform. I'm sharing my views. They are like praising me like anything. We are very proud of you, Sanika, and you are at this platform. You are sharing your views. So that happened with me.
Great, fabulous. Moving on from Shanika to you, Usha, on retirement, you have now taken on this responsibility of wanting to work with people 45 plus. Um, what are some of the things that you have done? I know you have gone back and worked with the organization that you were doing before, not from a remuneration point of view, but in development point of view. What are some of the things, and how do some of your past bosses look at you?
Actually speaking now, um, on the lighter side, there was a comment saying that more than in service, now you seem to be a very busy person. You're doing a lot of things after retirement. That was a comment actually. Now when I talk to people now, I find lot of change. Some people won't take me seriously. Now when I talk to people, everyone tells me that it is so inspiring talking to people. I feel so fresh. I feel so empowered. I feel so blissful, powerful. All this word, quote unquote, this were told by my friends, and people have started recognizing me as a coach, and also people have told me that you're a role model now. My own
Really
ex-colleagues have told me that you're a role model now, and we would like to follow your steps after our retirement. So I feel
fabulous.
so nice. I feel so nice.
Great. That's
And
kudos to
also,
you.
yeah, I also would like to say that one of my boss became my client, and then I coached him also.
Great.
So that is it.
Fantastic. For you to be able to coach your own boss after you leave the organization. Ladies and gentlemen, that's kudos here. Let me move on to the next area. How do you see yourself working through in developing what you have done so far, not just in playing it forward, but in making sure you're leaving behind a legacy? What are some of the things you've got to put in place for that so your footprints can be followed?
David, you're asking me?
I'm asking both of you. Whoever wants to
Okay.
answer me first, I'll let you do it.
Okay, Sanika, you go first. Yes.
Yeah, David, specifically, I want to share a story because day to day, I meet with people, actually the students, those who are from a very rural area, and they don't get the exposure, and that real exposure which they are seeking for, I really want to give them, and with this wisdom which I'm already into it, and I really want to share them. I really want to give that legacy and to all the people who are like into surrounding in my contact, I can say my students, their parents. I just really want to give them this legacy that yes, everybody has got with their qualities. Just identify their qualities and go ahead into their life and more ahead into their life, because that's what the true success of life is, not the money.
Yeah, fabulous. Usha,
Yes, David, my mastermind. I would like this to be a gift to my family so that I will teach them and they will take it forward. I want this to continue through generations. That is my dream, and I'm sure it is going to happen.
fabulous.
Because
I know it.
when they see the change, definitely they will definitely want to take it forward. This is what I want to leave behind. When I look back in my ripe old age, I visualize two of my family members taking this mastermind through, empowering people.
Now, if I throw this quotation or this statement to you, I want you to tell me, based on what you have journeyed through, how you see this quote. Destiny is a matter of choice, not chance. Shanika, how do you interpret that now that you've been through 5 months with us in MRM and Grail? Where do you see that and how does it work with you?
Yeah, definitely, David. I can see myself at a very different level. I really can visualize that I'm just uh, standing in on the stage, and everybody is like seeking for that help, which really they needs to go ahead into their lives. And that's why I'm here, and I know with this platform, with more consistency, because in this 5 months, this is the transformation. So I really can't say that how much X that transformation would be when we consistently will be with you and MRM family and Grail. So yes, I can visualize that success of my life with this platform. Yeah.
Fantastic. Right. What about yourself, Usha? How do you see destiny today, knowing it's the choices that you make to get to the end outcome?
It is exactly one line, David. It is, if it is to be, it is up to me. Does it
you're
ring a
throwing
bell
back you're
somewhere?
throwing back some of my
We
naughty
hear
girl.
it so
Yeah, you
often.
explain. The audience might not interpret that well. Now you explain a little bit more, elaborate. You're not going to go away with one line here, lady.
Yes, of course, David. See, in our life, we have so many choices to make. If something has to happen towards your outcome, you will have to make the right choice, and you have to make the choice. You should not depend on something else or somebody else to make it happen for you. You have that option to make a choice. So if I were to impact people, I have to make that choice, and I have that, I should have that commitment to make it happen,
Good,
and
good.
discipline.
And I would sincerely like for you to, as we're coming close to the time too, I would sincerely like for you to sum up what it is that you think the future MRM participants that are going to join, we've got batch 3 coming up, that are going to join, should look out for, and what should they focus on?
Yes, Sanika.
Yeah, so if they want to improve their self, and if they really want to go ahead, and if it is up to them, so there is there is no any kind of restrictions, and if they really wants to move ahead, so just please do join this platform, because this platform, this community is going to actually help you out. And we too are all already there, and you can see many more of them. So please do join this platform, and it will be really going to boost their careers, because that alignment will happen. That is what I can say, because that alignment is not there, and that is major problem with each and every individual. And if that is aligned, and if you are consistently with that community, your thought process will be aligned, and then that is the key to get the success. So that's why I'll urge everyone to join this community, and you're going to benefit with this.
Thank you. Thank you. And yourself, Usha, your perspective.
Yes, this is a community one must join, because if you're not sure about how you're going to move forward, this is a place which disciplines you, which teaches you to be disciplined and how to take things step by step. Nowhere else people will handhold you like this, with so much support, inbuilt support, be it technical or content or whatever it is. This is a community that is where there is no judgment. You can ask and you get it. It is for you to ask here. So ask is the main key here. So when you learn all these steps, there is no option for you but to succeed. Okay, I personally endorse this MRM community, which taught me so many things which I have never thought of, and different possibilities now are opening up when I have, after I have come into this community, through the practices of visualization and affirmations. I really think all this were not possible before at all. I just used to have one thought. Now opportunities are opening up. I'm truly blessed to be here, and I would really love even younger generation to join this MRM. I have joined at the age of 61. When younger generations join this, they have a long life. So they will really go places. So I really recommend all the youngsters to join, and even like, I mean, age group from as mine, because I don't think of the age. It is only a number. Any day you can make it happen. I love this community. Thank you so much, David.
Age is a state of mind. Age is only a number. And I'm 92 years old. I'm still kicking till 102. Now, you open up a topic which I cannot help but continue with. I want to make sure you people understand this. You touched on certain intangible aspects which is related to the universe. Okay.
Yes.
Now, you want to just share a little bit about where and what the universe does or has done for you, more particularly in the last 5 months, where when you started doing some of these practices, how it became in sync with your body, mind, and spirit.
Yes, David. The first thing is, like, every morning when 5:30 we wake up, we start from there. So when we wake up and we join fire to wire, so at that point of a time, we just transfer our states as we do everyday practice. So from beta state to theta state, and then into the reality. But that is the main shift, because at that point of a time, every day we share on a different topics, and we align our day. We write the three things before sleeping, and we are just aligning in the morning the same things. That is where your mind, body, and spirit is aligned to the whole day, and then the results are coming out. I can say this, that is the key again. That is one of the practice which we are doing every day, and that's how we can everyone can do it, and everyone can align their mind, body, and spirit, and overcome their problems or issues or their fears, and get that stable and stability success over the period.
Fabulous. And you, Usha, your perspective on the universe.
Visualization is so important, which is emphasized in this platform, David. I'm talking about 4 years back. That was a September 19th on something. I was talking to one person. I don't know I went into a trance talking to that person, and that person said, "Usha, you must be on a news channel talking about all this." Then I found it so nice and interesting every time, and he told it so powerfully. I used to imagine, what if I come on a news channel and talk? Today it is happening. I
Yep.
used to feel so nice talking. I felt that bodily. I even practiced talking. How will it be when I talk on a news channel? And it is happening today, David.
Yes.
Universe, you ask the universe, it gives you.
Good. Good. In closing, both ladies, I just need one statement. No long stories, dear, please. One statement on what and how you feel. Not so much being here, but through the journey. One quick statement. Sum up for the audience.
I'm
So
feeling so powerful. Yeah, Sanika, yes, you go.
yes, I was about to say the same word actually. So I'm feeling so powerful and at a cloud nine, I can say. That's what my one sentence is like.
Good. Thank you so much. And Usha, yours was powerful too, I gather.
Yes, it was so powerful. I can give world so many things, so many. I can show them so many
Fantastic.
possibilities. Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming on stage and for sharing your perspective of your journey from A to B in developing your purpose and in contributing towards the 40 authors anthology called Grail 2.0. Ladies and gentlemen, it's on the market in all platforms globally. By the way, this channel actually is working with people from South Africa, Nigeria. There's a couple from Europe, Australia, Singapore, and India. So it's a cultural community. Cross culture sensitization is one key thing that's close to my heart, and I can see that happening in downstream by 2024. So those that are looking at enhancing their exposure, not just coming to learn techniques and take it away and cut copy paste, that's not what we're talking about. Enhancing your exposure so you can make an impact to the community out there, to the universe out there, and others can follow your footprints. Please look at this opportunity. Thank you so much, Shanika, and thank you so much, Usha. We will be most grateful for the audience to, since you have not asked many questions, if you have any questions, sign in on david.nair@gmail.com or support@davidnair.net. Thank you so much. All the best, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, David, for
Thank
this
you,
wonderful.
David. Thank you so much. Really grateful to have you.
Mm-hmm.